Good morning, GFS. We hope you have had a productive and exciting week. I am Maha from 13C, and in this week's podcast, we will be touching on important topics such as inspiring teachers and how teachers help to inspire our students. In this week's podcast, we have also had the honor of interviewing a few of our very own Year 5 students and their thoughts on well-being in relation to our school and teachers, so stay tuned for that. We will also be talking about famous celebrities whose teachers have impacted their lives, and we will be featured in our pop culture segment. Well, without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's podcast.
Good morning, GFS Talks. I'm Zia, and I'm here to discuss how teachers impact students' well-being and steps we believe should be taken to help a student in need. How a student performs in a subject, how pleasant in-school interactions are, and how strict or lenient the grading may be show how teachers have a significant impact on a student's well-being. Students appreciate knowing that their teachers are actively trying to help promote their well-being and along with that, helping them attain their academic goals. To do this, teachers and students should educate themselves and others on the significance of mental health. One way for students to support with well-being is through peer coaching. Teachers can also ensure that all feedback is constructive and allow students time to work on feedback in lessons to feel a sense of accomplishment. Teachers and fellow students can connect by checking in and asking questions, which will make teachers more approachable and build positive relationships. Moreover, teachers could work on their personal well-being, as this has an effect on student-teacher relationships. One way to do this would be to ensure that teachers take at least 10 minutes out of their day to work on themselves and to gather their thoughts and de-stress. Providing a balance between days when students have schoolwork and days when they have time off might help alleviate stress, which can be done through using personalized timetables. We hope this has shed more light on raising awareness about the well-being of students and how teachers impact it.
Hi, I'm Anaya from Year 13B, and today we have a very special guest in the podcasting booth. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, please. My name is Mariam Ahmad. I'm 9 years old and I'm from Year 5D. And I'm really happy to be here today.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the school a little bit and how students in Year 5 may feel about the school. So first question, Mariam. How do you feel about our school uniform?
I really like the school uniform. It makes me look really smart at school.
Okay, I agree. I think the school uniform makes me look very cool at school as well. Who would you say is your favorite teacher in school and why?
My favorite teacher is Mr. Luke. He's my teacher. He's really nice and he tries to make sure everyone understands, and I feel free to ask him any questions if I need help.
That's a great answer. I just met Mr. Luke and I would agree. He's very nice. And last question is, do you think you find opportunities for success within school?
I find a lot of opportunities and success in school, not just the subjects I learn, but how I learn it. For example, I work hard to meet Julia Johnson, and I worked hard to be here in this podcast.
Thank you so much for answering all of my questions, Mariam. Now we'll interview your friend, Laith.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Laith from 5D.
Hi, Laith. Okay, so I have a few questions for you about school as well.
Okay.
How do you feel about the school uniform?
I feel uncomfortable. I just don't like wearing these this because of how hard to put the buttons, but not
How do you feel about the shorts?
the shorts. I feel comfortable with them.
They're comfortable?
I just don't like pants.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a great answer. Same. Who is your favorite teacher and why?
Mr. Luke, because he's helpful and kind and he helps me with my lessons sometimes.
Mr. Luke is really popular in your class. Mariam said the same thing. And the last question is, do you think you can be successful in school?
Yes.
Why?
because I want to be better at everything.
You think you have the tools to be better at everything?
Um,
Are people helping you in school?
yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, sometimes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Laith. That was a great interview.
Hi, I'm Khamis, and this section of the podcast will be dedicated to celebrities that have publicly stated how their teachers have influenced them and inspired them to be in their position. Filmmaker George Lucas, who created the Star Wars and Indiana Jones franchises, mentioned how his teachers had an impact on his life in his 1991 Academy Awards acceptance speech. Lucas said in his speech that his teachers have done the most to shape his life apart from his parents. A quote from Lucas is, "Their struggle to help me learn to grow and learn was not in vain, and it is greatly appreciated." Former President Barack Obama remembered his 5th grade teacher as part of a Teach.gov campaign. He mentioned that his teacher taught him that he had something to say and reinforced the value of empathy that his mother and grandparents had taught him. Recently, Adele had reunited with a teacher and told her that she really did change her life. Miss McDonald, who was her English teacher, was the person that shaped Adele into the songwriter and singer she is. Adele stated that she had always been obsessed with English and now she writes lyrics. To wrap up this segment, a movie to watch with your family would be Coach Carter, starring Samuel Jackson. Coach Carter is based on the true story of Richmond High School and the basketball coach Ken Carter, who was played by Samuel L. Jackson. Coach Ken Carter made headlines in 1999 for suspending his undefeated high school basketball team due to poor academic results. Coach Carter may seem harsh towards his players initially, but in reality he wants to see his players thrive and be successful in the future, which I think can be applied to all teachers who may seem harsh but simply want their students to thrive and succeed in the future.
Well, everyone, that is the end of this week's podcast. I hope this week's topic on teachers and how they inspire students was just as insightful for you as it was for us. Remember, if you have any feedback or concerns you'd like to share with us, feel free to send it via the MS forms we have created for you. It is anonymous, so feel free to send us anything that is on your mind. Thank you for tuning in to GFS Talks. We can't wait to speak with you again next week.